Sir Isaac Newton, one of America's greatest mathematicians. Sir Isaac Newton's birth. Sir Isaac Newton was born on January 4th, 1643, at the Woolsthorpe Manor house in the United Kingdom. Newton was born prematurely, so that means he was very small. His mother said at one point he could fit inside of a quart mug. Newton's father, also named Isaac Newton, died 3 months before Newton was born. Newton's mother, Hannah Askow, was told by doctors her son had no chance of survival. Newton's early life. When Newton was 3, his mother got remarried to a minister named Barnabas Smith. Instead of taking Newton with him, his mother decided to leave Isaac with his paternal grandparents. Newton hated his stepfather and on many occasions threatened to kill him. On one occasion, Newton threatened to burn the house down that his stepfather, his mother, and his 3 step-siblings were sleeping in. Newton's education. Newton was educated in various local schools up till his 12th birthday. From the age of 12 till 17, Newton was educated at the King's School in Grantham, England. While at the King's School, Newton learned Latin, Greek, and mathematics. While attending the King's School, Newton stayed at the home of a local pharmacist named Clark. He became intrigued by Clark's chemical library and the different laboratories that Clark was in. Furthering Newton's education. After Newton's stepfather died, his mother returned back to his town where he was born and pulled him out of school and set him to work on the farm. While Newton worked on the farm, it became very clear that Newton was not destined to be a farm worker. At 19, Newton re-enrolled in the Trinity College in Cambridge, England. Newton received his bachelor's degree in 1665 and decided he would stay and get further education for his master's degree. Newton was unable to receive his master's degree until 1667 because of a massive outbreak of the plague. Newton's adulthood. Although it's been said that Isaac Newton was engaged once, he never really was married. Because Newton never married, he never had any children of his own. Newton's contributions to the field of math. Newton claimed his whole life to be self-taught in geometry. Newton was able to solve the curving of shapes and the inverse solving of those shapes. One of Newton's major contributions to the field of math was the study of calculus. Newton's work on pure mathematics was kept hidden from all except his correspondence until 1704. Newton's contributions to other fields. Newton's scientific discoveries include foundation for modern physics, gravity, and optics. Isaac Newton was the author of the famous book Principia. Isaac Newton developed the 3 laws of motion. Newton had a monstrous ego and said that he at one point was the only person smart enough to understand God's creation. Newton's death. Isaac Newton died on March 31st, 1727. Newton was having some severe stomach cramps, so he had to change up his diet. And one day Newton was having one of his spasms with his abdominal cramps, and the pain got so bad at one point, Newton blacked out and never came back to consciousness. Some fun facts about Isaac Newton. Newton had a severe problem with stuttering. Newton was a genius, but he could never really fathom politics. Newton's dog one time set his laboratory on fire and destroyed 20+ years of research. Newton suffered many nervous breakdowns and was known for his eccentric behavior and his short temper. Sir Isaac Newton.